Welcome back, guys, to a new live day trading episode. My name is Julius. I hope you're all well. We are back in the S&P 500 in the micro future. We are trading 5 micro contracts that equals the amount of $25 per point. I hope you're all well. Right off the bat, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. If you're interested in live trading, I upload every Tuesday and Saturday, so you will definitely not be spammed with content, but get a decent amount of live trading every week. Thank you for that. Let's get right back into trading. Market opened about 1 minute ago, but we're in no hurry here. Again, a trend opening. It's crazy these days, and so another opportunity for us to search for a possible entry. I think it's very obvious that I want to go long. I want to stay on the trending side of the market. I want to go long. The first point that is very obvious for me is here, the magic number 5,300. It's also the point where the market had a little sideways phase. It also had a sideways market here, but it's the kind of magic number here that kind of interests me here today. Let's take a look at the footprint chart right here. The last sideways market for a longer amount of time was all the way down here, about 20 points lower. Quite unlikely that the market will hit those levels before going into my direction here, so into my favorite direction. Of course, everything is possible in the market. We can see a big sell-off. Then I would probably be very wrong today. Oh, let me activate the account window for you. Here you go. So you'll always be able to see the open P&L once I'm in a trade. Yeah, I probably will wait for this point to be hit and then make up my mind whether I want to go in or not. But as I'm thinking of it, I might also enter by a limit order today. Kind of feel like it. Yeah, the major structure point here again a few days back was at the 5,300, big magic number here. That is kind of interesting. We got no major news today, so I think everything is totally right. We got some news like an hour ago. Obviously did have quite a big impact here on the market, trading higher. All right, so I'd say we have to wait for the market to hit those levels here. I may sell stop is totally wrong. I want to have a buy limit here. I enter a buy limit, so once the market reaches those areas, we enter with a buy order. To really get filled, I might move it like one tick higher, so to make sure that we really get filled here. Other than that, I think it's just a waiting game here today. I definitely want to go long. Even though we got a lot of potential for short trades, I want to stay with the trending side of the market. And I have to enter at some point. You could also argue that we want to enter a little lower. So maybe we could also enter here at the 99 to make sure we get really the best possible entry point. But yeah, I really don't want to miss out on this trade. So I think 1 point higher or lower doesn't matter too much here. I think we're good with the buy limit down here. And now it's just a waiting game. A lot of clusters printing here. Let's take a look at liquidities. Okay, I think the major liquidities are only higher and not lower, so I think the chances are quite good. Nevertheless, we have to wait for this point to be hit. There is also a chance that the market will not hit this point at all, but is trending without us. Then so be it. Sometimes those days happen, especially in those trending days where I'm not able to get in a good position. I will not chase the market here. I saw, okay, this is the point where I want to enter, and so be it. I can also look at the mini, because sometimes the mini differs a little bit from the micro chart, so if you're unsure, definitely, and if you're trading micros, definitely make sure to look at the mini from time to time. Yeah, and also here's the last bearish candle, so I think this is the point. Right now the market is going higher. I don't care. I really wait for this price to be hit, and if it's not being hit at all, then so be it. Then I'm not in a position today. So let's see what the market is doing here. If we can get into a position, let's zoom in on the footprint so we can see the orders. Delta was negative at the opening bar, even though we got a bullish candle. So that means we got a lot of passive buyers down here that are levitating this candle up, pushing higher. So be it. Here's also the point of control, value area high coming in, value area low. Where is it? All the way down here. I think the value area low probably will move soon, since the contracts that are being traded here are, yeah, a much bigger number than the volume and the contracts that were being traded like an hour ago. So I think the value area low could move at some point. So I'm gonna sit here and wait for our limit order to be hit. Let's see what happens. Okay guys, so we are trading lower. I still stay patient and wait for my limit order to be hit. And here we go. We were hit right at the sideways market. So there's quite a chance that the market will retrace somewhat until the 98 possibly. But I wanted to not miss out on this trade, so I entered already here. So now the only thing that we have to do is setting a stop loss. Always set a stop loss, guys. Always. You have two different choices. Set an automatic one. I could set it a sell stop here. That would automatically stop me out once the market hits my order here. I'm not the biggest fan of that. I would rather stop myself out manually. So I'm just setting a big red line here. And once the market trades or closes underneath my line, I will stop myself up manually. This is how I like to do it. So we're setting my line one tick below this wick here, this wick of this pin bar on the sideways market, and waiting now for opportunity to maybe move the stop loss higher. Right here, I'm kind of glad I did enter. Market is currently trading higher. Let's see if a bigger retracement will come or not. Once the market will trade at those tops or better exceeds those tops here, I will move the stop loss under the new structural point. This is the plan. I think everything is ready to go. Just have to wait here. We just have to wait. Take a look at the footprint. Okay, we got a big, that is a good sign for us. Okay, let me analyze that. I hope you can see that we have like a little red square here. And that means that there was a big short order activated. Probably those were stops that were put in underneath the candle with those big clusters. So once the market exceeded those lows here, broke through, a big short or several big short orders were activated. Probably stops of the long traders, of the bulls that established their long orders here. So this could be already the point where some stops have been fished, and now the big institutions are ready to trade higher. Just an assumption. I told you in previous videos, we can analyze all day what happens here. In the end, the market will tell us if we're right or wrong and what it wants to do. Sometimes we can analyze all day and the market will do completely opposite. So just sit back, plan everything out, make up your trading decisions at a stop loss, and you're good to go. That is my way of trading. So let's just wait what the market is doing here. And I get back with you guys once something interesting happens here. Okay, look at this, guy. So I think we should look at it in the mini, because this is like how the real market traded. So this is a pattern I observed regularly. So you might say, okay, this is a sign for a continuation short. You could be right with that, but I think there's quite the same chance that this could act as a sign the market will go long. I observed this pattern really like several times where you get a big bearish candle or the other way around for a bearish setup with a big bullish candle. But in this case, a big bearish candle and then such a pin bar with longer wick and, like, so to say, compressed volume here at the bottom. Some compressed volume. And this oftentimes leads to reversal to the upside. So let's see if this really is the case. But I can draw that for you. So you oftentimes see that. Also, I draw it as the opposite direction for a bearish setup. So we got a big bullish candle, then a big wick like that with a small compressed body. In this case, could definitely be a bearish candle. And then we see a continuation short. So this setup does happen on a regular basis. Now let's see if it's happening today. As I told you before, we can analyze all day. The market can do whatever it wants, but I just want to mention that this is a pattern that happens from time to time, and it's interesting to see if it will happen today. What's not looking good is definitely the delta. We got 4 consecutive negative deltas here, so definitely a lot of active market sellers acting here after the market broke through those lows here at the 302. So I think we just have to wait a little bit for the market to find itself. Oh, there was a big bullish order. Let's see if this one will be absorbed or if we get some follow through from that. Liquidity, let's see if something changed. Not too much. Here's quite a big one here. Little undecided market. Compressing some volume at those prices. We also see volume on the same prices in 2 consecutive bars. So I really don't like to act on the footprint chart or on some other analysis here, because there are arguments pro and contra for a long or short push. For example, the clusters on 2 consecutive 5-minute bars are kind of a long signal to me. Despite that, the delta and the sell-off that we are seeing here doesn't look too bullish. So that is the reason why I'm just concentrating on such a chart. If I see a trending opening, I just buy a first good retracement, as I did here, and then I see what happens, yeah. But definitely I can see some arguments for a long push. But looking at the delta, stuff like that, is not too promising. Maybe the market is just a kind of equalized state, where buyers and seller kind of the same, and no big imbalance is happening. Just a balanced, equalized state of the market where every participant is happy. So let's see. Those are some big clusters here. Candle printed higher, so let's see if the delta is now able to get bullish. Yeah, a little bit. Oh yeah. Some bullish orders coming in. Immediately sold off. Look at that. Look at how the delta is decreasing immediately. Well, we are observing quite a big fight here. We can definitely say that. We are observing quite a big fight. So a lot of imbalances coming in here. So definitely the active market sellers are way stronger at this point here. I think the chances are quite high that we're gonna break the lows here. What I see from the short momentum, I think we're gonna break the 99. Unless there's now a big long retracement coming in. But also those clusters that we're building here coming lower, I think we're gonna break those lows. Here we go. Yeah, that's what I thought. The price action looked like we're gonna break the lows. Okay, now we see if this is just a fake out, collecting some more stops, or if this is a real move in the short direction. Right now it's not looking too promising for our position right here. And obviously my take on this setup was wrong in this case. You can't always be right, guys, and that is what I tell you. You can analyze all day. The market will do what it wants to do. And what the big market participants want to do, obviously. You just have to make sure that you're on the right side on most of your trading days, okay? You are allowed to be wrong from time to time, but make sure to stay on the right side on the most trading days. So, we can take a look at the volume. It's quite dark for you guys, but I can draw it or mark it in. So we got a big volume spike here at the point of control, no surprise. We got a big one here and a big one here. We can see that in the volume, but we can also see it in the chart. We got some big volume, some big clusters here at the point of control. Then we got a sideways market here. And now we are printing some clusters at those price levels, accumulating volume here. Other than that, we are quite at the risk of going lower here, since this is a complete low volume zone. And the market could easily trade through such a big low volume zone. So you should be careful here from time to time. Despite that, I'm still holding on to a long position, since I'm not trading the volume here, and I'm not trading the footprint chart, and I'm not trading liquidity. I'm just trading here my blank 5-minute chart. So this is my strategy, my system, and it seems to be profitable on most days. So I'm gonna abide by the rules and not get nervous here, despite the market going into the opposite direction as of right now. Okay guys, little update here. So it's been 2 hours and I'm still waiting here. The market is really slow today, incredibly slow. So we sold off about 8 points here since I went long, 6 to 7 points, and now are slowly but steady coming back up. As I told you before, once we reach the old highs, I will move the stop loss underneath the new structure point. Let's see if this is still happening today. So yeah, today a lot of patience is needed before something happens. We can take another look at the footprint chart. I did not look at it for a couple of hours. So we printed some imbalances here. Wow, look at this price action here, this behavior. It's like really choppy, nothing really happening. So today is really not a good trading day for either the range traders nor the trend traders, so really nobody is making a lot of points today. Okay, we got some new liquidities below at the 290. The ones above kind of the same as before. It's probably getting interesting once we reach the value area high here. Also, as I predicted, the value area moved. Previously, it was somewhere here below the current market price. I hope that we will see a test of the old highs again. Right now, nothing big to say. You can also see that the volume decreased heavily here. 10,000 contracts traded. That is like really not a big amount. Market participants probably decided that today is not the day that they're gonna win big, so left the desk. I'm still here. And when nobody is there, I am here. You can be sure of that. And I will wait for the market to run into my profit. So if I held on through those bad times, through those losing P&L times, I will definitely hold on through those winning times even more, even longer, and even more patient. We want to make some money here today. We are on the best way. We're in profit. Now I really want to see a bigger push, hopefully without any new long-lasting retracements. It's really taking a while here, but it's a good thing that we are currently trading again above the 5,300. So far so good. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait again to see what the market is doing here, and hopefully we're gonna see a test of the old highs. Let's see, guys. Alright, here we go, guys. We're at the old high, so this is the opportunity for me to move the stop loss underneath the new structure point. Let's see, 75, so the stop has to be at the 50. Alright. Yeah, we're over $100 in open P&L. Now everything is possible. Market definitely went a little faster now, so that is a good sign. Oh, big absorption of the buyers here. I hope you can see it. There's like a little green square. That means a big long order, a big bullish buy order was definitely absorbed, and now big liquidity came in here at the 301. Did you see how the liquidity was put in and all of the other liquidity decreased in size here? That is because that one is so much bigger in relation to all the others. So 700 contracts are laying down there. Alright, so we have to admit there is quite a big chance that this liquidity will be hit in case it's real. There's also the possibility that this liquidity is not real, and once the market will go in the direction of the liquidity, this one will be so-called spoofed and probably be dragged a little lower onto another price level. So that is an indicator therefore that the liquidity is not real, and it's just there to kind of push the market a little higher and not really to be catched. And that is most of the times be seen by the fact that once the market trades in the liquidity direction, this liquidity will be dragged somewhere else and is, so to say, not real. Alright, but right now we're perfectly fine. It's gonna get interesting if this liquidity actually wants to be activated, or if all of those buy limit orders just lay there to kind of scare off all of the sellers. Like you can imagine the buyers want to tell you, okay sellers, you have really no chance. We got 700 contracts laying there. Even if you manage to activate those contracts, the market will immediately go long again. So don't even try it. That is so the sense of the spoofing of liquidity that actually does not want to be activated. But so far everything looks good. I don't know if it's real or not. We're making higher highs here. Nah, not yet, but soon. So everything looks perfectly fine for me. And I think this might already be the chance to end the recording here, because I am recording for over 2 hours now. Actually 2.5 hours. Isn't that crazy, guys? So, and finally we hit the target that I waited for, the old highs. We can wait together whether the market will break the highs and make a new high of the day, or if we will reverse, maybe take out the liquidity below. Here's also quite a decent liquidity. I think in Bookmap this scenario would be very interesting, and now we broke through and here we go. Big bullish order. Let's see if this one can be absorbed or if we're continuing. Yeah, it seems like a little absorption. Huh? Not really. Not sure yet. Definitely making new highs for the day. Isn't that nice? Almost $200 in profit. Right now 175. I think patience paid off again. I waited for 2.5 hours and now we got the push that we waited for. I think the scalpers could take profit now. I will hold on to this long position. There is a chance that we're gonna trade higher today. So be it. It's always the same thing, guys. So hopefully you liked today's trading session. Even though it was a little slower and I had to cut out most of the waiting time, I was still able to talk a little bit here of what was happening. So there is now the chance that we are gonna take out this liquidity at some point, even though we get some more above 350 contracts laying here, 270, but that's all nothing compared to the 630 contracts. Actually there were 700, but some liquidity was taken out already. So it's gonna get interesting what the market is doing here. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next episode. As I mentioned previously, please make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're interested in this live trading stuff. I hope I can generate some value for you guys with those free videos, completely free. I don't want to sell you anything. I think that should earn a like from you, shouldn't it? Okay, thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.